Has Chelsea become a testing ground in football over the last 3 or 4 years, or is a future superpower being built? Billions of euros are being spent, stars are arriving, young players are signing in droves, but trophies are still just a distant hope. There's money, there's a squad, there are headlines. So why the lack of success? That's exactly the question we're going to explore. If you love the behind the scenes of football transfer frenzies and club stories, take a couple of seconds to subscribe to Sportx Radar and like the video. Because here, we're not just talking about the scores, we're talking about the minds of football. When Roman Abramovich bought the club in 2003, his goal was clear: to transform Chelsea into a fun and winning machine. And indeed, a structure was built that reached the top of England and Europe over the years. However, with the geopolitical developments in 2022, the club changed hands and Todd Boehly entered the scene. Boehly was actually no stranger to the sport. He had taken the Los Angeles Dodgers to the top with his data-driven model applied in baseball. The problem was, football wasn't a sport won by statistics. The technical and sporting interventions made in the first few months caused serious controversy in the English press, and Chelsea suddenly became known as an experimental project. With the new management, the club virtually turned into a transfer factory. Young talents were signed to long contracts, transfer fees were broken, and squad depth increased so much that it was even said that there was no space left in the training facilities at times. However, this strategy, which seemed incredible on paper, did not produce the expected effect on the pitch, because football requires not only talent, but also harmony, leadership, and consistency. Constantly changing managers, squads almost entirely rebuilt from scratch each season, and endless rotations gradually eroded Chelsea's chemistry. The difference between building a team and collecting players was acutely felt at Stamford Bridge. Looking at recent seasons, the picture is even more striking. While there have been promising moments in European competitions, the league has seen fluctuating performances, unexpected point losses, and inconsistent results. Although the squad includes shining stars like Cole Palmer, the team's overall performance lacks cohesion. A lack of confidence in defense, a clear absence of a finisher in attack, and a lack of consistency in midfield are frequently noticeable. Moreover, the constantly changing starting lineups make it difficult for players to adapt to each other. In short, Chelsea sometimes plays like a team that conquers giants, and sometimes disappears like an ordinary mid-table team. One of the most criticized aspects of the club is the debate over its vision. While some fans defend the long-term investment in young players, others believe the win-now mentality has disappeared. Financial fair play penalties, long-term high-paying contracts, and expensive players who don't get playing time further complicate the economic side of things. Chelsea is now a club that is talked about not only on the pitch, but also in its financial statements. In conclusion, the Todd Boehly era at Chelsea is still not a clear success story. It seems more like an ongoing experiment. Big money, big expectations, and big question marks. There are many examples of this in football history, but nobody knows how it will end. Will Chelsea become a permanent contender for the championship again, or will they be remembered as one of the most expensive lessons in modern football? Only time will tell. And we at Sportx Radar will continue to keep every moment of this story on our radar.